Thursday, Green Machine. Welcome to the home of the Boston Celtics, TD Garden. It's the Red Auerbach Concourse here. I got like a 20-minute wait before the train arrives to take me back to Salem. So I decided to make a video and talk about what's going on. Solar radiation management's going on today here in Boston, a lot of it, and I will be making a video on the train where you get good views out the window of the Boston skyline, where I'll show this on
track to making the following station stops: London Center, Wyoming Hill, Melrose Cedar Park, Melrose Highlands, Greenwood, Wakefield, Reading, North Wilmington, Ballardale, Andover, Lawrence, Bradford, and Haverhill.
Bankrupt of America. That's the Zakim Bridge right there, which is quite obvious Masonic symbolism. I wonder if that's 47 degrees there of the Masonic compass. The Garden of Gaia. The Green Garden of Gaia. Gaia, Garden. Arden, Eden, Raden, Aten, the sun in ancient Egypt. The garden of the sun, the garden, Mother Earth, Gaia. I looked over at the HD television at the bar, and the main that said Fox News on, Fox of the 666, F is 6. O is 15, 1 and 5, 6, and the next letter number 24, the X, 2 and 4, 6 of the hex. 666 reduces to 18, 6 times 3, and then 1 and 8, 9 of the sacred feminine of Libra. 9 o'clock, the mother with 9 months before birth. And the lead story on Fox today is, of course, government shutdown. Congress, the House and the Senate back in session. You see the Vesica Pisces there in the symbol of the globe. The fish, Vesica Pisces, of the 2 interlocked circles. That's the yoni. That's the mother's sacred vulva. In the mid-L. So they're reporting on Donald Trump's surprise visit to Iraq and the government shutdown, but they're not telling you that they're modifying your weather, just like they're modifying your food, just like they're modifying your life. It's not being reported. That's the number one. The real lead story is that the biosphere is imploding and we're on borrowed time collectively. And as the ship is going down, the Titanic, the masses are scurrying about, rearranging the furniture on the deck of this Titanic, the Titan I see going down. The mainstream media in the middle. The middleman of mass distraction. Russia claims successful test of hypersonic weapon. Analysts say boasts could be overblown. Oh, a hypersonic weapon. Great. Russia, Russia, Russia. It's always the big boogeyman, Russia. Meanwhile, this so-called greatest nation in the world here has a military the likes of which has never been seen in world history. And the nation is nothing more than a bank, which esoterically speaking is a Ankh, A-N-K-H, of Egypt, sign of life. Every single concourse says Bank of America above it. Bankruptcy of America. My train is at 1:50, it's currently 1:30. These aerosol dispersions, they're spraying in the sky for weather modification to keep the temperature low here in this most densely populated area of the nation, the eastern seaboard, contain toxic metal particulates. Every breath of air one takes a big gulp of these nanoscale particulates. Think about the children. Think about the future. Is there one on this present course? Of course there isn't. And all these so-called millennials are inheriting a shit show from the so-called baby boomers. This generational thinking that the majority, of course, are taken in by is nonsense, because there are no groups per se. A group is a collection of individuals. But this is the whole point of the operation, the geoengineering and psychic warfare operation that these so-called elites, or the Elites, the worshippers of the bull god from Phoenicia, El, are running. It's to herd humanity together, to school humanity like fishes, to round everyone up and treat everyone like a big mass, a big lump of density. There's no chance at reaching your destination or your destiny as a soul, as an individual, and manifesting your latent, dormant potential, your potency, your power, of El, if you are, just following the herd. As Morpheus says in the Matrix cannot tell you who you are. The collective, the society, matter, your body, what you see in the mirror, the face or the facade, the persona, the ego, the personality, that cannot tell you who you are, because it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the surface, or the surface, the front. What about your back? What about your within? Well, that suffers the neglect. What happens when you neglect something, right? It goes to shit. And this is what's happened to people's backs and their inner life, with all of this obsession with outer life and with egoic personality, the cult of personality culture. The inner world suffers the neglect. And what's behind turning Mother Earth into a trash heap and creating all of these synthetic environments where you don't see life? You just see concrete and steel and all these screens dispensing propaganda. And the whole culture of the worship of the new stars, which used to be the actual stars in the heavens, were the gods. Now it's these idols, people, American idols, athletes and entertainers. These are the new gods. And we're living in a George Orwell novel that meets Aldous Huxley. Brave New World in 1984 hybrid. Huxley's is the chemical dictatorship, big pharma, mind control through chemicals, and Orwell's is all about the language control. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. Of course, Huxley had his brother Julian, the biologist, who was an insider, who hobnobbed with the Royal Society and the elites and knew the agenda. So he was just telling you what was coming, because he knew what was coming. He wasn't being a prophet. He was just giving you the lowdown, because he had the intel. Springfield, Mass. sues pharmaceutical companies over opioid epidemic. Opioid epidemic. Opium. It's the opium of the masses. Well, that's religion. And that don't work anymore, right? For controlling people's minds, it doesn't work as well as it did. People generally don't believe in God. They give lip service to believing in God. They believe in money, and time is money, as it says on this here T propaganda. The T. How many people even think about the T of transportation being letter 20? Of time. T. The two. The crossing of the male and female. The horizontal of L and the vertical L. The two lines meeting in the mid L. X marks the spot. Right. Transportation. Portation. Trans meaning the word forming element, meaning to go across, to go through. Trance, trains, tracks, all relating to the ters, dry, the word forming element. PIE, Proto-Indo-European ters, meaning dry as in land, and terra, Greek for earth, which is anagrammatic with heart. Heart, Earth, both equaling 52 in gematria, the number of weeks in a year.